Hello students, today we are going to study the topic medieval period. History is divided into three periods, the ancient, the medieval and the modern. In class 6th, you read about ancient history which starts from prehistoric time to 7th century. In class 7, you will study about medieval history. The time period is from 8th to 18th century, but in Europe, the medieval period is from 5 to 15th century, and 19th century onwards is the modern history. Next, we are to read about what is the main difference between the ancient period and the medieval period. During the ancient period or the medieval period, there were many changes in social, economic or political structure in every part of the world like Europe, America, Asia. But in ancient period, Indian culture remained aloof from these changes. Aloof means there were no changes, there were no influence of any change in the world in India. But during the medieval period, the Indian culture was highly influenced by the changes which were taken place in other parts of the world. Now next we are reading about that from where we come to know about all these, what are the sources of information to know about the medieval period. We can divide the sources of information into two, that is literature and archaeological findings. Sources we can divide into literature and archaeological findings. Archaeological findings you have read already in class 6, like the monuments, skeletons, coins, etc. Now we will read about the literary sources. For example, number 1 is religious sources. The examples of religious sources are like Puranas, Samritis, epics, etc. Next is the non-religious literary sources. Non-religious means which have no link with the religion. These are other subjects like poetry, drama, medicine, astronomy, etc. Number 3 is the biographies, autobiographies, letters, or the orders of the rulers. There is one example of biography in your book, that is Prithvi Raj Raso. The book Prithvi Raj Raso was written by Chand Bardei. This book is about Prithvi Raj Chauhan's administration and the life of people in North India during his reign. Number 4 is historical accounts. In your book, there are two written. Number 1 is Tehqeeq-e-Hind. It was written by Al-Biruni. Number 2, Ayn-e-Akbari. It was written by Abul Fazl. See, it is written here. Number 5, travel accounts. Many travelers, foreigners, they came to India and they wrote about the administration and life of people during that time, like Ibn Battuta, Marco Polo, Bernier. All these written records, we call them manuscripts. And all the manuscripts were collected by the rulers, temples, monasteries, because the significant achievement of this period was popularity and availability of people, which encouraged the writing of records. And all the records were taken by the rulers, temples and monasteries, and these were copied down by the scribes. A scribe means a person who copied down the documents, and all the sources which are copied down by the scribes are kept in the archives. All the national and state governments keep the records, documents and manuscripts in the archives. And now we have National Archives of India in New Delhi. Now next we are reading about that whatever are the written records, with the pace of time, there were many changes. There were many languages, changes in grammar, vocabulary and meaning or the interpretation of different words. One example is quoted here, that is Hindustan. This is the place where the people Hindus live. But now we call it India. But when our constitution was made, it was called Bharat. Hence, it means the term which are used in different contexts at different times takes into account the cultural, social and political condition of that time. All these manuscripts which we read now, these are giving us useful information about our past. And historians are collecting that information, but because there is a fast pace of development, so it is very difficult for the historians to keep the records of all these informations. So what are the developments we will read further? Number 1, there was a movement of people from one place to another. They were moving in search of opportunities. And this all resulted in exchange of ideas, because people were meeting and exchanging the ideas with each other. And these ideas were regarding, for example, agriculture, weaving, food, etc. Number 2, there were many ranks and differentiations emerged in the society. Like in the society, there were high or low class, that is at the social level, and economically also high or rich class, rich or poor class. So these were the differentiations emerged in the society. Number 3, in this time, there were many developments like Persian wheel, spinning wheel. Number 4, historians excavate many medieval towns, sarais and villages, which are giving us a lot of information about different aspects of society and culture. Excavation, students, means to dig. It is written also.